Hey folks, and I am Rishabh Kumar, and from Old Monks I present to you the quantum physics and for the quantum computer. And we'll talk about it since we going to discuss the logic circuits, the algorithms, and these can be quite difficult, but we'll try to keep it simple. First off, we'll discuss the entanglement. Second off, we'll discuss the superposition and also the quantum bits, the bits that make it happen. Okay, now we'll discuss the fundamental unit of quantum, that's qubits. Now qubits are a thing which makes it different from the electronics of zeros and ones. In a qubit, just like a blow, it's a blow sphere in which there's a 0 and 1 in between. When we say there's a vector in a blow sphere or a sphere, we can say for simplicity, which points out to the probability of it being a 0 or a 1, just like those Schrödinger cat beads you saw. Now moving on to that second page, which it combines its superposition, which makes it add up to one probability of being something. That is alpha square plus beta square is equal to 1. Now we can skip that part, but it's up to you to explore. Now we'll talk about quantum entanglement. Now quantum entanglement might seem a bizarre phenomena. It's that interconnection between two qubits that they are interrelated to each other, that they can have an anti-relation or a similar relation. For that we have seen Einstein quote previously that spooky action added itself. But we have also seen a state or a Bell state equation, that is omega square is equal to 1 probability plus under root 2 by 11. Now this correlated behavior may seem like quite confusing. It has produced quite algorithms for our quantum algorithms and circuits, and for that there are quite applications like security and paradigms. In the quantum world, the observation is not only passive, it's actually the one that changes the system. Measurement causes the quantum or qubit to collapse into a definite or deterministic 0 or 1. The quantum is not deterministic, it's probabilistic. It divides the alpha and the beta squared into a position where we can define it. The qubit also destroys the quantum state, which can also lead to its collapse, and therefore the designs or the gates needs to be carefully embedded and created so that we can avoid those errors and collapse. Even though the results are random, the practical implications can be probabilistic and can create an environment to explore. Even though the results can be random, the measurements are predictable and can help us decide a pattern to control the results we get. Quantum algorithm. They are designed a software to help us harness the power of the qubits, the entanglement, and the superposition. For example, Shor's algorithm. It helps us with exponentially faster calculations of large factor numbers, which can help us in the encryption which stands today to be broken up. Gruber's algorithm. It helps us enhance a quadratic speedup for the searching of unsorted databases to be enhanced and presented for searching. And the quantum Fourier transform or QPT, it's a subroutine that is used in many of the algorithms today. These algorithms help us build, stimulate, and simultaneously interfere with many things and interact to design and software. These algorithms help us amplify and explore paths simultaneously. This application can help us correct the ones to be amplified and the wrong ones to be cancelled. This brings us to a revolution of quantum computing for bringing in those softwares. Quantum gates. They are the quantum logic that makes them come alive. The quantum logic here are not just symbols, but they are represented just like those in classical gates for NOT. In this case, it's hard mode or CNOT. For that, we use those qubits and those representations. And secondly, here each line represents a gate or qubit, and here each symbol represents the operations or the logic, just like the Harmon gate or the CNOT gate, and this builds upon the circuits and the logics behind it. Quantum circuits, they are easily initialized with the initialized of 0 or the 0th state. Then we manipulate those qubits and form up layers to present and build on the next star. And these are which the classical qubits are attached, and then we manipulate those layers and present us the qubits we want to manipulate, and then we manipulate it more to get those classical quantized results we want. These circuits are the core frameworks that help us build upon the logics and the algorithms that we want to build. There are some errors like the gate errors and the quantum noise we experience. These are the key errors, and we need to optimize them for the real world applications we want to build for. Today, we are in the NISQ era, which is the noisy intermediate scale quantum era. This means we have the quantum devices which have 10 to 100 qubits, but they are still noisy and fault intolerant. These machines are not completely fault tolerant, but they can be helpful for specific cases. Major players like the IBM, Google, Microsoft are scaling up the quantum qubits and are reducing the errors for the race. They are building a variety of technologies like the supercomputing photons, the trapped ions, and the photon system. Software are also being built like the Qiskit, Cirq, and the Microsoft's Quantum. These help us in building those software that can help us or the researchers stimulate research more and solve some problems we didn't try before. Despite the challenges, the growth is rapid. Every step forward brings us to the harness of the quantum computing through those softwares, the engineers, and the hardware. They can slow down and bring those simulations we thought of can never be done by those classical computers the way it is efficient and harmful at the same time. Currently, we are in the NIQS era, which is the noisy quantum noises we have around the environment. These are limited by the short coherence times, the error rates, and the small number of qubits. The quantum revolution. It's not just a research in the quantum, it's also a research for the science of revolution. It can be imported wisely and independently and precise, and this collaboration can lead us to the world.